All right, let's talk about digital wallets. It's one of those things that can feel really complicated, but it's actually super important to get right. So today, we're going to break it all down. We're going to get into what these wallets are, how they really work, and most importantly, how you can use them to make sure your digital stuff stays safe and sound. Let's jump in.
So let me start by asking you a question. When you own some crypto or any kind of digital asset, where is it? I mean, where does it physically or digitally live? You're probably thinking, in my wallet. Duh. But is that actually right?
And here's the twist. Nope, it's not in your wallet at all. Your digital money doesn't live inside that app on your phone or on that little USB thingy. And you know what? That's the biggest, most common misconception out there. And once you get your head around this one idea, everything else just clicks into place.
Okay, so if your money isn't in your wallet, then what on earth is? Well, it's actually pretty simple and really powerful. Wallets don't store your money. They store your keys. A better way to think about a wallet isn't as a purse full of cash, but more like a super secure, high-tech keychain.
And the most important key on that keychain by far is your private key. Now, this is way more than just a password. It's this secret cryptographic code that proves you're the owner of your funds on the blockchain. It's what gives you the power to actually spend them. If someone else gets this key, they get everything. And if you lose it, well, you lose access. Forever.
Here's a really great way to think about it. Your public key, that's like your home address. You can give it out to anyone, right? You need to, so people can send you stuff. But your private key, that's the key to your front door. You'd give your address to the pizza delivery guy, no problem. But would you ever give him your house key? Of course not. It's the exact same principle. And all of this leads to the absolute golden rule of this entire space. You'll hear this phrase everywhere, and for very good reason. Not your keys, not your money. It means if you're using a service where you don't actually hold and control your own private keys, you're basically just trusting someone else to hold your money for you. True ownership, real control, comes from holding your own keys. Simple as that.
So now that we understand it's all about the keys, let's look at the two main types of wallets, starting with what we call hot wallets. The perfect analogy for a hot wallet is to think of it like the cash you keep in your pocket. It's always connected to the internet, it's super easy to get to, and it's fantastic for everyday spending.
So with hot wallets, there's a really clear trade-off. On the one hand, they are incredibly convenient. They're fast, they're easy to use, perfect for beginners, great for making trades or payments. But, and this is a big but, that convenience comes at a price. Because they're always online, they're naturally more open to attacks from hackers, viruses, and all those phishing scams. I mean, you wouldn't walk around with your entire life savings in your back pocket, right? Same logic applies here.
So, if your hot wallet is your pocket, where do you keep your life savings? Well, you'd put it in a safe. And that, my friends, is exactly what a cold wallet is. Think of it as your digital safe. It's a wallet that is kept completely offline, totally disconnected from the internet, and designed for one thing, maximum security.
And as you'd probably guess, the pros and cons here are basically the reverse of a hot wallet. Because it's offline, you get incredible security. It's safe from online hacks, which makes it perfect for storing large amounts for a long time. The flip side? It's not as convenient. Getting to your funds takes a bit more time, a few more steps, and you have to physically protect the device itself from being lost or damaged.
This little table sums it up perfectly. Hot wallet, it's online. Cold wallet, offline. Security for hot is okay, but for cold, it's very high. Hot is best for daily spending and trading. Cold is for your long-term savings. So the risk is higher with hot and much lower with cold. It really is your pocket versus your safe. You know, when you really get this, you realize something profound. In this world, you are the bank, which is incredibly empowering. But it also means you're the head of security. It's up to you to protect your own funds. And that all starts with following a few absolutely critical, non-negotiable rules. So when you first set up a wallet, you're going to get something called a seed phrase, usually 12 or 24 words. This thing is the master key to everything. It's your ultimate backup. You have to treat it like it's a bar of gold. Write it down on paper or stamp it in metal. Never, ever store it digitally. No photos, no text files, nothing. And please remember this, no legitimate company or support agent will ever ask you for it. Anyone who does is a scammer, period.
And that brings us to the biggest mistakes people make. Honestly, people lose their money every single day doing these things. Taking a screenshot of your seed phrase? You might as well just post it online. Clicking on some sketchy link from customer support?
That's a classic trap. And keeping all of your funds on an exchange, well, you're just going back to trusting a bank, aren't you? Get these basics right. It's everything. So, with all that said, how do you actually put this into practice? Look, it's not really about picking one or the other, hot or cold. The smartest way is to use both as part of a clear, simple strategy. Let's walk through what that might look like. A really solid approach is to divide up your funds based on what you're using them for. So, you might keep a little bit of spending cash on a mobile hot wallet. The funds you're actively trading? Yeah, keep those on an exchange web wallet where you need quick access. But your serious savings, the stuff you're holding for the long term, that belongs in a hardware cold wallet, tucked away safely. And your ultimate backup, that seed phrase, that's on paper or metal, stored somewhere secure, offline. So really, if you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. Use the right tool for the job. It's so simple. You've got a pocket for your daily cash, and you've got a safe for your valuables. Use your hot wallet like your pocket, and use your cold wallet like your safe. And I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. As these wallets start holding more than just money, things like our digital identity, tickets, diplomas, maybe even the deed to our house, you have to wonder, are we heading towards a future where your digital wallet and your ability to secure it is actually more important than your passport? It's a pretty big question, and definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me.